Let's see. Let's see. Definitely not. Let's see. Let's see. Who on here? Who on here? Who on here? Yeah, I'm late as always. My bad about last night, guys. Last night was crazy, crazy. Super tired. Ended up passing out, falling asleep. Been busy working. Let's see who we get in here. This is Real Scholars Hours. It's Saturday. Let's go. East Coast, I know it's almost 5 in the morning over there, but West Coast, y'all should be up. Saturday, club ain't even let out yet. Who up? Who up? Let's go. Where y'all at? Sage, what's the deal? Full Hut Moon. Of course, in the building. Let's see who show up. Hey, D. Griff in the building. What's the deal? Jacob, of course. Yeah, it's been busy, busy, man. Busy. Working hard, getting a lot of shit done. You guys gonna see some new shit coming up for the Merkabah Scholar Society. So I've been doing graphics and all kinds of crazy shit with that right now. How everybody doing, man? How you guys doing so far? I mean, and just like that, what is it? September? Tomorrow's gonna be Christmas. Shit blew by quick. Like 2024 is coming to an end. Summer just blew by. Olympics just blew by. I wish this was a fresh cut. This is about a week old. This cut. Sage, what's the deal? Philly in the building. I already know what time it is over there. Be safe. 2025 will be everybody year, right? We're already in the age of Aquarius. Age of Aquarius begin already. Good, good, good. Yeah, it's a wrap, man. We first of the month, rent's due. You ain't got to worry about catching a dog. Yeah, I heard about Chase Bank, and I heard about everybody who made out good with that shit. But depending on the amount, it's not worth it. So a lot of people wrote checks to themselves and 35,000, 15,000, 7,000, all kinds of amounts. Because the glitch with Chase Bank was, for some reason, it was just clearing checks. You know, you all you had to do is go ahead and take a picture of your check and load it up, and your shit would have cleared like super quick. And a lot of people was writing big checks to themselves, big checks, and depositing them joints in their accounts, and then just saying fuck it. You know, then once everything cleared up, I mean, your account gonna go negative 35,000. But some people don't care about that shit. I know, right? There was talk. I think I talked about. I mentioned this in one video. There was talk of them. Uh, excuse me. There was talk of them um, fixing, dropping everybody's score or raising everybody's score or something like that. So that was supposed to happen with the stimulus package, but they took that out because the bankers was like it was like some type of super logistical problem if they would have just raised people's scores or forgave a lot of debt. And that's really the issue for a lot of people, is your credit score and debt. That's the problem. Like a lot of people would be just way better off if their scores was higher and it was out of debt. You don't realize like a lot of shit you qualify for, major things, homes and cars and everything like that. You got to do a lot, man. You got to do a lot or have a lot of money down to get those things. But if your credit is straight, because you know how this country works. This country works like we'll give you shit if you don't need it. You know what I'm saying? It's so ass backwards. Like, hey, I'm in need of a home. I'm in need of a car. I can pay X amount of dollars. Can you help me out? Hell no. It's not about the help. If you stinking rich and can afford it, you can literally walk into a car dealership, pay nothing down, and drive off with a fucking car and leave early. And if you're in the military too, if you're in the Navy, you got A1 credit. That's another thing people don't understand. I love that shit. You got A1 credit if you're in the military. If you're in the Navy, I don't know about the Army, but the Navy you have A1 credit because the Navy guarantees all debts will be paid. That's like the only branch I think that does that. So if you're in the Navy guarantees all debt will be paid. So you're in the Navy and you incur any debt, when you get out, the Navy will take care of your debt. That's how it goes. Yeah, I told you they getting everybody into this whole familiarity of fucking bank glitches. All right, until a big one happens. Until shit hit the fan. Just remember all this shit happening because they're gonna use it later on as an excuse. 4 years, or you can do 2 years if you get a high ASVAB score. You can do two. That's how I started out. 2 years at first, and then I re-enlisted. Jay Williams, what's the deal? Trey, what's the deal? Yo, yo. Let's see what's in here. Sage is in here. Wow. Okay. Yeah, this was a rough year, man. Definitely a rough year for me. But shit turned around quick. Thank goodness. But that's how shit goes, man. That's how shit goes. But it's a lot of people hit me up about Merkabah Scholar Society. We talked about what I talked about so far in about Merkabah Scholar Society in the lives. So I know a lot of people have questions. Like you guys gonna have to hold on for those answers for anybody who hasn't been participating in the lives. So I got a lot of emails from people who haven't been seeing the lives, didn't know what's going on. I get a lot of what the hell is Merkabah Scholar Society emails, and it's I explained it enough for what I'm willing to explain. Now the rest is just up to you guys to decide what you want to do. But I won't get into too much about it anymore because we're getting into breaking everything down, welcome package, and all that stuff. It's a lot of shit going on. I've been busy. When I get off of here, I got some work to finish up. Let's see. Been working on a few graphics. This one is pretty cool. It ain't finished yet, but you guys will see the finished product once it's done for the intro and all that. So I've been working on a lot of uh, computer shit, let's just say. And it's been busy, man. Yesterday was super busy, running around back and forth. What was the Labor Day weekend? And like Labor Day weekend in Vegas is like fucking New Year's Eve for some fucking reason. Everybody comes here. It's fucking busy as shit. It's the weirdest shit ever. So I don't understand why Labor Day is so much of a big fucking deal here, but it is. What's that? OSHA? OSHA? That's hilarious. That's a good joke. Say a prayer. Please do not say no prayers. I don't need no freaking voodoo spells put on me by you crazy Christians. What's the deal? Chief Queef? No matter how hard you try, you'll never be black. What the fuck? Maxwell, what's the deal? Your Lord is loving and forgiving. Ha! Lies. We both know those are lies. If if the Lord was loving and forgiving, even just in the biblical stories, half of the shit that he did wouldn't be done. You know, this motherfucker killed everybody. Well, this is in your Bible. You know, he killed a bunch of people in Israel because Daniel numbered Israel because he was tricked by Satan. But God said, I don't give a shit. I'm going to kill all these people. That don't sound like loving and forgiving. And that's not, forget the firstborn of Egypt, who has nothing to do with nothing. They just got fucking killed because God hardened Pharaoh's heart to not let the Jews go. And we don't even know if Pharaoh wanted to let them go because God took over his free will and hardened his heart. Same thing, the same type of crazy shit with Saul. Saul wasn't paying, doing right, and he sent the evil spirit on Saul. So loving and forgiving, where you read that at? Okay. Yeah, but yeah, that don't make no sense at all. Explain that one. That don't make no sense. Explain that one. That one need to be explained. I'm waiting for the rest of the verse. How was the how was the Lord displeased? Like this sound like that God don't know shit. this verse. Like he's surprised. Like he's not all knowing and all powerful. How could something happen that's outside of God's pleasure or choice that he couldn't already see coming? When according to you people, he knows all and sees all. So how was he displeased about something he knew that was going to already happen? Yeah, good luck with that. Exactly. Each verse can be interpreted differently among each other. This is why they took so long and they did an absolutely bang up great job at making the Bible that way, left up to interpretation. So anybody can preach and teach on it based upon a message that they want to put out. It's all kinds of stuff in there that you can grab and you can make a sermon out of just about anything to fit your agenda. But again, there's no proof of none of that shit. It's just sermons or what have you. There is no Jesus, Mr. Gonzalez. Sorry. When will the Lord depart from his evil ways? Because the evil ways that we see comes from the Lord in the Bible. Remember, he creates evil. God creates evil. So how you mad at the devil and mad at evil when you created the devil and created evil? How you mad at the people for sinning when you created them to sin? It don't make sense. Why would you build a robot and then program it to kill you and kill your family? That's just stupid. That don't make sense. If you could build a robot, then you would build the robot to do what you want the robot to do. You wouldn't build a robot and give them the capability to turn into a fucking tank and shoot your house down. That's just stupid. So if you're perfect, perfect, as the Bible says, God is perfect, a perfect person or perfect being could not create imperfection. That's just something that a perfect being could not do. That's a mistake. So if you're perfect, you're incapable of imperfection. See how your whole shit is fucked up now? But you ain't listening. What do you mean free will? God takes free will in the Bible. Multiple times God takes free will. So what's free will? What does that mean? Huh? What does that mean? Free will. So this is your answer that it don't make no sense. You can't create someone with free will, then get mad at them for going against what you want them to do. By giving them free will. For what? If you want obedience and you want somebody to serve you and you're all powerful, can do anything you want, why would you create free will? It don't make sense. Why would you create a person or a being with the ability to comprehend and think and choose? It don't make sense. And then you get mad and throw a temper tantrum when they choose something different. When you created them to be able to choose something different, you couldn't even throw it in there that okay, you can go ahead and make your mind up about anything you want, but when it comes to me and what I want, you have to do what I want. He didn't even do that. Don't sound like an all powerful being to me. Sound like some bullshit. Andrew Gonzalez, stop it, man. You're a fraud. Get off here. Don't come on here with all that boo hooing, acting like you super holy. Your ass shouldn't even be on here talking to us. You're a fraud. Tomorrow's Sunday. Well, it's Sunday right now. You go to sleep because you gotta be to church soon. What the fuck you doing on here? Why would God want us to choose to love and follow him? Huh? That's stupid. That's dumb. You can't make somebody love you. Oh, if you don't love me, you're going to fucking hell. You're going to burn. How is that love? So if your fucking child doesn't do what you want them to do, your child that you fucking, birth, raised, if they don't turn out to be what you want them to be, you gonna fucking kill them? You gonna send them in the lake of fire and burn forever? That's your child because they have a personality, a mind of their own. So they gotta die because they don't do what you want them to do. That don't make sense. It's a bunch of people in your own family that don't love you, that don't like you. Like you can't create a people with the ability to choose, to have feelings, emotions, different thoughts, different perceptions, to perceive things differently, to comprehend, right? This is why we have robots. Robots, you don't got to deal with no emotions. You create a robot, you program the robot or you program your computer to do what you want it to do. That's how it's supposed to go. Now, I'm not going to fucking break my computer and get mad at my robot because it don't love me. That's fucking stupid. So love, okay, like stop it. Who does he love? Like there's you don't read the Bible. Like show it's you don't read the Bible. It's too much carnage in that book to talk about God and love. God killing babies. He made the Israelites eat their own babies. That's fucking love. What did that baby do? How did that baby come into the realm of having to love God or love Jesus or what have you? The baby can't even comprehend yet. It's just born. What the fuck did the baby do? The baby was born. Now, if you say, oh, well, the baby was born with sin, well, that's God's fault because God made the baby with sin. So why was the baby subject to God's wrath when the baby can't even comprehend? Explain that. Baby had to getting eaten by the Israelites. Fucking babies. Babies getting killed and destroyed. Babies. Right? So if God created us all and we're here because of God, and then God knew he was going to kill this baby, but he still chose to create the baby to kill it or to have the baby be eaten by a fucking Israelite. It's stupid. It's stupid. You lack comprehension, my friend. Comprehend all that. It don't make sense. That don't sound like a loving, merciful, forgiving God to me. That sounds like a psychopath. You don't read your Bible. You don't read your Bible. Bible says clear as day that God creates sin. He create evil. It's in your Bible. So you don't read your Bible. So if God created evil, meaning God created Satan, which evil would be what? Evil would be the root of sin. If you're evil, it's going to cause you to sin. So God created that. So God created sin. He created Satan. So game over. Game over. There's nothing else to say. He created Satan. God has ample opportunities to destroy Satan and destroy sin. He chose not to. So what happens? You had all the wickedness happen in the earth, this is Genesis, and then God causes the flood. He kills everybody on the planet except for Noah, right, and his family. He kills all these people for being evil, for sinning, but he left Satan alive. That makes sense. That makes sense. I give you a couple more before you get blocked. Okay, hell wasn't created for humans. It was created for Satan and his rebellion. Okay, well, first of all, one, if hell was real, then I mean, that's what I've said right there. For humans, who is supposed to be going to hell? Souls is supposed to be going to hell, right? I mean, I guess when you're dead, you're no longer human. I don't know how that works because your physical body is not going to be in hell burning forever. That's impossible. So it's supposed to be your soul burning, the lake of fire, which defies physics and all fucking possibility. There's no way in the world. So one, hell not being made for humans, like when you're threatened to be thrown in the lake of fire, in what form are you going to be thrown in the lake of fire in? A human form, but you're dead and rotting in the ground. So how could your human form be thrown in the lake of fire? Or your spiritual form, which your spiritual form can't burn forever. It's power, it's eternal energy. It is God. How is it going to burn forever? You don't understand what it means. Well, listen, Osha or O'Shea, how you pronounce your name? Let me tell you like this. If hell was real, your ass would be going there just like me. Luckily for you and me, it ain't. As far as the biblical hell. The metaphor of what hell actually is, we both in it right now. If you understood the esoteric meaning of hell and what they're actually talking about, you're in hell right now. This is hell. You're in hell right now. But no, like, yeah, you're a sinner. So you're a hypocrite. Don't come on here and talk about no Jesus and all this and that when you sin just like everybody else. If we choose not to believe, then that's our choice. Let it rock. Keep it moving. Until you can prove to me that God sent you to talk to me, you ain't got nothing to say. You can't prove that. You're already sinning coming out here trying to preach when you ain't been ordained a preacher. Oh, it's like through the process of keeping black people from waking up, we are destroying ourselves. Just that simple. It's not so much to say they're destroying black people. It's through the process that they put in place to keep us from waking up. We are destroying ourselves. Now, you can say, of course, it's them because they set this whole shit up, but you got to remember choice. And all of it, we always had choice. We chose the programming. We still continue to choose the programming. Most of us continue to not want to be awakened, to keep believing the lies. Like these people on here who want to still be believing in Jesus and all that bullshit. So through the process of all that, we are destroying ourselves from the hip hop music, the drugs, the crime. It's like fucking Saul when you really pay attention. Saw that man ain't kill nobody. All those people killed themselves because they ain't pay attention. So many of those episodes, if you watch Saw, they would have made it out if they just followed simple, basic instructions. Even though, yeah, dude is the fucking psychopath for putting him in that situation, and technically he's kind of sort of responsible morally, if anything, for their deaths for even putting him in there. But same thing, if you're in a situation, no matter how you got there, no matter how you got there. Like if somebody throw you in a fucking pit of fucking tigers and there's some stairs over there, you ain't got time to sit there and think about why this motherfucker pushed you in the pit. You got to get the fuck out the pit. Regardless of how you got down there, you're in there. Get out of there. You ain't got time to sit down and write who you going to beat up or who you going to fucking call because you got pushed in the pit of some fucking tigers. Go run up the steps to get the fuck out of there and figure that shit out later on. That's basically no matter what situation you in, you have to act accordingly. So we got put in a situation, regardless of how we got in there, that don't make it right for us to fall victim to the trap. You know what I'm saying? If you press the fucking button, everything is gonna blow the fuck up. Why would you press the button? You understand? It's like you have to understand what's going on and act accordingly. Like this shit is a trap. Everything has been laid out. People have been preaching and teaching for a long time. We still choose the programming. We still choose to kill each other. We still choose to not educate ourselves. It's so much that we are responsible for. Um, but yeah, it's deeper than them trying to destroy us. It's not like it's them trying to keep us from waking up, which is even more deadly. It's the most deadly thing to them. Dude, OSHA, prove God created anything. You can't prove God created shit, let alone free will. You can't prove it. Free will has always been here. Before anybody wrote any damn books, we had free will. How can you create free will? Think about that. If I exist, I'm free. Plain and simple. Existence itself. You do what you want to do, unless you're being oppressed, but you still have choices to make. You don't create no free will. Now, in saying that he created free will, you have to look at the flip side to it. It's the yin yang, it's duality in that. If it's a possibility of creating free will, it's a possibility of taking free will. Now, in the Bible, there's multiple times where God takes free will. So, what about those times when he takes free will? How do we know when we want to do something or when we try to do something? How do we know that it's God, it's not God that's causing us to fail? Understand? Because it says in Genesis that, Moses said, "Hey, to the Pharaoh, let my people go," but God hardened his heart to make him not say, "Okay, I'm gonna let him go." He sent up plagues and all kinds of shit happened. Said, "I'm gonna kill the firstborn." And all this stuff happened, but he never gave Pharaoh the opportunity to make a choice. He hardened his heart so that he would choose the wrong choice, so he would not let the people go. You send an evil spirit on somebody, that's taking away free will. So how do we know that in all these instances where people, have failed or didn't do what they were supposed to do, how do you know that it wasn't your God taking away their free will, like he did in the Bible? Oh, you should block yourself, bro. You shouldn't even be here in the first place if you follow that Bible. Like, why are you here? Keep it moving. There's a whole bunch of Christians that's online right now, I'm pretty sure. You can go jump in their live and spread the word. We ain't trying to hear that here. We worship Satan over here. You're in the wrong place. Satan is Lord. You better run, hide under the bed. Yeah, I try to get these people they 5 minutes of fame before I get them out of here. How is the Bible your proof? The Bible is not a proven book, Mr. Gonzalez. The Bible has never been proven. That's why it requires your faith and belief. It's no proof. If it was proof, I'd be a Christian right now and be on here. I'd be like you trying to wake people up. It's no proof, man. Been searching for a long time. Ain't found nothing. Yeah, I mean, like I don't understand the mindset of somebody who takes themselves seriously. The mindset of a person who take themselves seriously and want somebody else to take them seriously, yet you telling me you believe in talking snakes and donkeys. You're telling me you believe in people with magical superpowers and fairy tale stories about dragons and witches and fucking fairies. That's in your Bible. But you want me to take you seriously, and you believe in all that. You're trying to teach all that without no proof. So I'm supposed to believe you that snakes and donkeys talk. This dude walked on water, turned water into wine, and raised the dead, and all that. Nobody talked about this dude until fucking years after he was dead. Like I'm supposed to believe in all that bullshit, and you come here with absolutely no proof, but saying believe me. Oh man, I'm gonna give you what you're asking for. Four aces. Your Lord ain't real, nigga. Oh man, nah, I just wanted to get them their little 5 minutes, but yeah, I block these dudes. But I mean, it's the same story every time when people come in here talking that shit. Same thing, and it's like this. It's this overwhelming feeling for people that want you to accept Jesus, right? Then what? So if we all said, you know what, I got you, bro. I'm going to accept Jesus into my heart, my personal Lord and Savior. Bow my head and pray right now. Then what? I'm still the same nigga I was before I said all that. What's going to change? Jesus is going to enter my heart and solve all my fucking problems and cure everything. Has it happened before? No. Like, what is the point of all that? That's what I be trying to think. Like, if we actually said okay, then what? What's next? We'll go back doing the same shit I was doing yesterday, day before that. And there's no, it's a waste of time. No, no one talks consistently about God as those who say they believe in God. Please. We ain't spending no time up here talking about no damn God. Unless I'm putting out some information or put out a video, I'm not talking about no damn God or Jesus when I'm not on here. So you only ever see me talk about God or Jesus when I'm putting out a video or when I'm talking about that specific subject because somebody asked a question. Other than that, regular personal, I'm not talking about no damn God or Jesus unless somebody asks a question. Y'all walk around with that fake ass shit. Talk about someone spreading the word. You on fucking YouTube sending and lying your ass off. Stop that bullshit. On here spreading lies. That's what you're doing. Light bringer, darkness dreamer. Good question. My God, Anubis, what's the deal? Term. Okay, you beat me at my own game. Okay, yeah, bye. Yeah, have fun. Enjoy yourself. Term. Rhea, what's the deal? Mount, what's the deal? Right? D Griff. No, damn well they on here fucking bullshit, watching porn, watching shit they ain't supposed to be watching, and then admit that they sinners. This dude said, "Oh yeah, I know I sinned." So what the fuck is you doing here then? You a sinner. The Bible says you should be perfect. Yeah, like you said, they don't know Hebrews 10:26. He just admitted that he's a sinner. There no longer remains a sacrifice for sins for this dude. So game over. Like, where do you go from there? But yeah, I got a bunch of emails. I told you guys the last time I was on. I already got a bunch of emails from a bunch of Christians who be watching and said they was gonna come on the live. So I was expecting them today. I was actually expecting them yesterday, but I couldn't get on last night. I ended up falling asleep. I had a lot of work to do. But yeah, they told me they was coming. So I'm not shocked. At least they showed up. I can't say that for the Hebrews. Excuse me. The Hebrews bitched up. They ain't show up at all. Now see with the Christians got more fucking mystery in their shit, even though it's just as easy to kill as any other doctrine. But with they shit, it's backed up by the world, right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like, you got the one bitch ass bull who got like 20 or 30 big diesel dudes behind him. Even though you could just crush this little guy, he talking mad shit. One on one, you could kill him, squash him, but he talking mad shit because he got a bunch of big dudes behind him. That's these Christians. See, they talk so much shit because you got a pope, you got churches on all the corners, you got all these damn movies, and they see all this shit, and it just gives validity to them. You understand? All this shit, all that stuff gives validity. I mean, don't get me wrong, I was the same way. I understand how they feel. It's just you got to do the research. But it's like, man, especially when like again when you're studying Satan. I mean, the fucking '80s was fucking riddled with Satan, man. If you listen to classic rock, like what the fuck was that about? So it took me a minute to really grasp all that, especially studying rock and all the songs to fucking Satan. Fucking Ozzy got a fucking song to Aleister Crowley, and he's supposed to be the fucking biggest Satanist of all time and all that. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on? It's real scary, crazy shit when you don't understand, when you don't know. But like the Bible say, once you know the truth, it'll make you free. And you gotta search for that truth, and they not searching for that truth, and that's the problem. They lost in all that shit. It's fear, and I know that fear. I know that fear. I was there. I had that shit. That shit is not good, man. That shit had you fucking with yourself. Like, you making life decisions based on some fucking bullshit. I know somebody that fucking turned down a fucking recording deal because he thought Jimmy Iovine was the devil. That's true story. I'm not joking. That's real shit. I'm not joking. So it's that shit'll fuck up your whole life. It'll fuck up a lot of shit. I know people that didn't get pussy until they was like older because they was trying to wait till marriage. Yeah, listen, man. I know people who really lost years of their life believing in this bullshit. And then at the same time, they wasn't even really living by the religion in the first place. So they did all that shit for nothing. It's just crazy, man. It's crazy. People gotta wake up. Religiously, stop it. I'm nothing religiously. I follow no religion. Neither should you. Religion, you gotta understand, man, what that stuff was created for. And it's like already built in people's psyche to accept a religion. Like you have to believe in something. And if I say I believe in truth, then a lot of people just scratch their head like, where that book at? Now what is wrong with believing in truth and only wanting to follow what's true? That's what everybody should be doing. So with that being said, we can't follow these doctrines because there's no truth in them. And that's all we're saying. We don't gotta fucking have this big ass fucking back and forth argument. I choose to not follow the book because there's no truth in it. Not because I don't believe in your God or no shit like all the shit they want to say, forget all that. I choose to not believe in the book because there is no proof. There's no truth in the book. So I'm not gonna go believe in a Spider-Man comic. I'm not gonna go believe in fucking Alice in Wonderland because there's been no fucking proof or truth in those books. Same as the Bible. They're no different from each other when it comes to that. So it's real hard, man, because again, that shit is just in the back of their brain. Oh, it's a pope. Oh, we got all these big churches. We got all these movies about Satan. All these people praising. Look at all these people praising God. How could it not be real? So to them, they feel like they got all that backup. But when you get down to actual facts and everything like that, that's where everything folds. And ain't no pope coming to save you, and fucking, all these people who you think follow the Bible ain't coming to save you when it comes to trying to really prove your doctrine. No, truth is not created, man. That's completely wrong. Truth is truth. It is what it is. When we say that, that is so deep and profound. Like we just take it for granted. It is what it is. You can't create truth. There's no creating truth. It is what it is. Soon as you deviate from what it is organically, then it's a lie. It's false. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. Can't create a truth. It's just like truth is so yin yang. It's so black and white. Either it's true or it's not. There's no in between. Either it's true or it's false. Now find me something in that context that's an in between. It's true or it's not. It's not really no gray area for the truth. It's like, well, this could be or this could be. It could be because you don't know. But there's a truth in there somewhere. It could be to you because you don't know. But there's a truth in there somewhere. You just got to know what that truth is. This is why the ancient Egyptians gave us this. Plain and simple. My eye is everything. It's telling you that everything must be done in truth. Everything must be weighed in a balance. It's not just for judgment. My eye is a way. It's a way of living how you're supposed to live in truth. Like a falsity is that's complex. That's something that's going to come in and start to fuck up everything. As soon as you introduce a falsity into truth, it's no longer true. It's fucked up. It's over. It's corrupted now. It's not pure anymore. You gotta understand what that means. Yin yang. That all goes back to true and false. Balance, right? The balance is you following that truth, right? But then again, a truth for you may be different, not the same for somebody else. You understand? But that has to do with that truth is always going to be the truth, but that has to do with your agenda. You understand? That has to do with what you need to be done. There's morals and there's truth, right? That comes into that whole man's law thing. So while you may be FBI agent trying to protect this bank's money, this other guy just happened to understand that the bank owner is fucking a pedophile, crooked criminal, and he wants to rob that bank, right? So the cop, he has to do his job and protect the bank. The criminal, he don't give a shit about the cop's job. He don't give a shit about the bank. His truth is to get this fucking guy's money because he don't deserve it. And everything about that has to do with what he believes in. But morally, you have what you have. That's yours. Plain and simple. You take something from somebody else that belonged to them, it is what it is. But even if he got all that shit fraudulently, he killed people and took the money, however he got it, there is some truth in there. The truth in there is that money belongs to this person, that person, what have you. But for the people who got ripped off, it's completely different. It's so many different truths in that. Like it's so complex what I just said. It's so deep. But at the end of the day, you have to follow what you believe is true based on what your perception of truth is. But still, no matter what, the truth is the truth if you can comprehend that. It's just that simple. So if it's put on the scales of my eye, then that shit better balance. So, like I said, this guy wants to rob it for whatever reason. Will that balance on the scale of my eye because the guy's crooked? I don't think so. He's still wrong. So again, it's going to be one pure, well, man's law, he's wrong. Probably not cosmic law, but it's still gonna be one truth. But that's a deep thing to get into. But truth is how you're supposed to be acting in this world on truth. Wayne, what's the deal? Truth didn't come. The truth, it just is. Like, you understand? Like, that car is black. That's a black car right there. Plain and simple. It's black. You're looking at it. It's black. So if somebody comes along and say, no, that car is red. Now the car is clearly fucking black, but this guy's seen a red car. He could be colorblind. That's his truth. He sees the car as red to him. He's fucking colorblind. I don't know how you can get blacks in the red, but somehow he's fucking seeing red. But the majority of people will come together, and the majority collectively will say this car is black. This is why we have the scales of my eye. That's why we have a court system. You understand? Like, that's why all that stuff exists. Because if two people can't come together on a agreement on something, then the majority of rules will rule. What proof or facts can we scrape up? Me, the person who's saying the car is black, him, the person who's saying the car is red. What truth and facts can we scrape up to prove each of our points? Well, this one is easy. You could just ask this person, that person, this person, hey, what color is the car? The majority of people are going to say it's fucking black. The majority rules. So this guy lose. Whether he chooses to accept that or not is up to him. And truth is, it just is. It just is. There is no. Now, if I go and I fucking paint the car fucking red, the car was originally black, or it could have been fucking originally red. Who knows? You got to go back and figure out what that is to get to the truth. You understand? This is why we have court systems. This is why we have debates. This is why we have, this is why knowledge exists to get to the bottom of truth. But at the core of everything, it must be truth. This is just how it is. Everything must run off that. If everything is running off truth, then everything's going to run just fine. Yeah, that's what I said. Different perspective. But at the end of the day, it's still one root truth to it all. Regardless of the collective, that truth still exists. That truth still remains, whether you know it or not. That truth is what it is. And the truth, the reality of it is, car is black. It don't matter how many people come up and say what, it's still a truth there. That truth has always been there. Before we even ask the question, that truth was there. Whether you know it or not, that's up to you. But that truth is still there. Calvin, what's the deal? Shout out to Kenya. Anubis, exactly. The car is black because it was painted black. That's the truth. That's the truth of it all right there. Like I said, at some point, there's a root truth to it all. And everything else is just based upon when we say, oh, when I was just saying before, it's that one's truth may be different from somebody else's truth. But still, no matter what you believe or that person believes, the subject still has an original truth to it. And that is the truth that has always been. Plain and simple. So that can be changed and you can switch it up to mean something else, but there's still an original truth. So if we was to say, oh, I painted this car red. What color is the car? Well, it's red because we're looking at it now. It was originally black. You understand? So that's not really deviating from that truth. We just it's more context to it. It's more knowledge now. The car was originally black. Now it's red. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it's not that hard. Jesus is Chinese in the Bible. He's not black. He's Chinese. Everything. What do you mean by everything? What do you mean by everything? So yeah, obviously. So and what do you mean by higher power? You understand? Like you got to make it clear. You're talking about God. You're talking about a religion. What are you talking about? Everything was created by a higher power. What do you mean by everything? Because you can't say that. Because everything is everything. So the beings that created us didn't create rocks, earth, didn't create water, didn't create the sun. You understand? That falls in the realm of everything. So you got to think about what you're saying here. Because something that's physical created us, right? That physical being didn't create everything because it's physical, meaning it had to be created itself. And then who created him, and so on and so forth. So, just to get to the point, consciousness is the creator of all. Plain and simple. Everything comes out of consciousness. Whose consciousness? What consciousness? The universal consciousness. What does that go back to? Oh, you don't want to get into that one. Exactly. Who is God? God has always existed. So what in what context are you using God? That's the thing. So a lot of people don't even fathom that question. Like, in what context are you using God? Are you saying God as far as who created us humans, or God as far as the creator of all? Because when you say God, you're implying a being, right? Consciousness is not a being. Consciousness don't have a physical form that is solid and is responsible for creating everything out of that physical form. Consciousness is consciousness. That's it. It's everywhere. It's everything. It's all. So when you say God, you're implying a being. What's the name of that being? And are you saying that that being is the creator of all? Which obviously it can't be. It's impossible. How is God going to be the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, man? Stop that. How is God going to be the Father, which would be physical, the Son, which would be physical, and the Holy Spirit, which would be some bullshit? The Holy Spirit is some fucking assholes jumping around in church breakdancing. Because you can't prove to me there's some Holy Spirit that comes down and, do all the shit y'all think you do. You can't prove that point. The only Holy Spirit I see is people jumping around in church breakdancing, crip walking. No damn Holy Spirit. Find it. Where's the Holy Spirit at? Now, a lot of these people have no idea what physics is. Like a lot of people just like so past comprehension. It's crazy. You got to think about what you're saying. Like really critically think. Really, like it's real simple. As a matter of fact, I put the video on my Merkabah Scholar Society's page. I was talking about it last time on here. The guy basically broke down and basically put everything back to consciousness, as far as from the physical to the energetic to the consciousness. So we have already, like this is why I said, you study physics, you already know. We have already done the research. Scientists have already done, if you don't do any real physics experiment on this, you're going to come to that same conclusion. We've looked as deep as we can into matter, right? What did we find? We found material, right? We found elements. Then we looked even deeper. What did we find? We found subatomic particles. We found atoms, right? We looked deeper. We found string theory, strings, quarks. Then we looked deeper and even more deeper, and we found energy. And then we found nothing, because that nothing is consciousness. And it was from that nothing that we get the energy and then everything else. If you follow my videos, I broke that down. Energy. You think before you move. That is thought causing energy, right? That energy appears in your hippocampus, right? It goes down the fibers of your choroid plexus and reaches your spine. And from your spine is where you have all the corresponding nerves and veins attached to different parts of the body, which allows you to move. So that's thought that causes this first, right? Thought, right? Which, can you touch thought? No. Can you see thought? No. That's consciousness. Consciousness creating the energy, energy creating the physical movement, right? This happens every time you think about pussy and your dick get hard. That's thought causing physical stimulation, physical movement without you having to even touch anything. So you can stand still and think about ass, hopefully it's girls, and boom, you get arousal, right? This is why they have sex magic. This is why this whole thing exists. Because from thought, you can have physical movement. That's one that we know about. That's the easy one, right? You can sit there and think about moving your leg, you're going to move your leg. Whatever you sit and dwell on long enough, as far as body wise, you think about it long enough, it's going to happen. Moving your hand, twiddling your thumbs, right? All that. So it's from this consciousness that we are all connected through this consciousness. And it goes back to the one universal consciousness, which we are all basically a part of that consciousness experiencing the physical world and different aspects, if you will. But it's much deeper than that, of course. What do you mean, are we talking about thought or behavior? A thought is a thought. Behavior is a behavior. That's movement. That's how you move. A thought is a thought. You know what a thought is? You can't have behavior without a thought first. Right, come on, man. Everything you do, every single movement, like go look this shit up. You don't gotta take my word for it. Go read a book. Everything you do, you think about first. It happens so quick you can't consciously perceive it. But you thought about it before you did it. That's fucking basic, easy shit to know. It's physics, science, anatomy. You think. I think, therefore I am. Uh, Darkness cannot perceive the light. What are you talking about? You don't know what darkness can or cannot do, dude. Stop it. Out of darkness, everything is here out of darkness. Plain and simple. You close your eyes and you go to sleep in darkness, and look what happens. You can't comprehend what darkness can do. You go to sleep and your eyes closed, you see light, don't you? Your eyes is closed. How do you wake up? You wake up from the sun. That light hits your eyelids and wake you up. That starts the Saprachi asthmatic nucleus process, the removing of the melatonin from your bloodstream through darkness. Darkness. Thought occurs in darkness. Like you gotta understand like the yin yang of it all, the balance of it. Darkness, light. Understand? There has to be that light. It has to be light. That's right there in the Bible. It's given to you clear as day first. In the beginning, God created heavens and the earth was without form and void, and darkness moved upon the face of the deep. And the Lord said, "Let there be light." And it's giving you that whole understanding of duality, of light and darkness, right? And then it give it to you again when God says, "Let us create man in our image after our likeness." Remember, it's giving it to you again. So let us create man after our likeness. Is what? In the image of God created he him, male and female created he them, right? He is gender neutral. Remember? Talked about this in I forget which video. So you had before what the 18th century, what was it, 16th century? Everybody knew he was gender neutral, right? He and him, gender neutral. It's giving you male and female. The whole verse, all that in the image of God, male and female, duality. So, and it makes sure it makes sense because it's saying male and female, and then we're told that Adam and Eve is the first two people. They're created in Genesis 2. Genesis 1 is when it says, in the image of God, created he him, male and female created he them, right? That's Genesis 1. Adam and Eve is not created till Genesis 2. So who was the people created in Genesis 1? If Adam and Eve is the first two people. So it's just giving you all this metaphorical, just giving you an understanding of some other shit. Oh my God. You can behave without thought. It's called natural instinct. You don't think about natural instinct. Stop playing, man. Again, I'm gonna say this again. Everything you do is from thought. Plain and simple. There's such thing called conscious movement and unconscious movement, right? You're thinking about conscious and unconscious movement. Still, there's thought first, right? It's not hard. You can't, dude, you can't physically move your body without that energy. That energy has to be there. That's how you move. When the energy is gone, you're dead. Nothing left but a bunch of fucking nerves and veins with a little teeny bit of fucking movement left until there's no movement left. Air bubbles and shit that's in your body, that's it. Without the energy, there is no movement. Without the thought, without the thought, there is no energy. So it can't be no movement. You're not just moving from nothing. Thought occurs first. Jesus never existed. What you talking about? Religion killed Jesus. Motherfucker never existed. Jesus is the sun in the sky. That's already up if you on the East Coast, I believe. Or getting ready to come up. That's Jesus right there. So can't kill something that was never here in the first place. Dude, prove Jesus existed. You can't. So end the story. What you mean Jesus existed? Where did Jesus exist at? Where's the proof? Where do these people come from? How you a grown ass man still believe in the fucking fairy tale? Y'all kill me with this bullshit. Y'all ain't got no proof. There's none. Where's the proof? I'm waiting for it. I'm waiting to hear this and the same shit everybody else saying. And I shut that down. Dude, I've been to Israel a bunch of times. I've been everywhere. Where's your proof? Israel is no proof for Jesus. I've been to Golgotha. It's a fucking tourist attraction. I walked the whole path Jesus is supposed to have walked and been crucified and all that bullshit. It's a tourist attraction. It's a fucking reenactment. So if your fucking mom got shot in the head, would you want people to go outside and start reenacting when she got shot in the fucking head? Hell no. That's stupid. So why the hell are they reenacting when it's done? Get out of here with that. Like, stop it. So, okay, where's the proof? I'm waiting. You haven't seen my videos, buddy. I've been everywhere. Oh my goodness. Where do these people come from, man? Are you serious? Yo, dude, you don't read the Bible. Darkness cannot perceive light. Sin cannot perceive holiness. So that means God is not holy. You just said God is not holy. Because sin and evil comes from God. That's in your Bible that you don't read. And you know you don't read it. Dude, Jesus ain't got no tomb. You ain't been in no Jesus tomb, even nobody's ever been there. They've been to a place that they thought or believe. And go ahead and go back and read it right now. Go online and Google it and read it because it's going to say they believe it to be Jesus' tomb. There's a bunch of tombs like that. There's a bunch of sepulchres. And they did sepulchres back then for families. That's why when James Cameron claimed he found Jesus' tomb, who was with him? His whole fucking family. A sepulchre is for a family. It's not for no one dude. They ain't never find no Jesus tomb, dude. They believe they found it. There's no proof. There's no truth. If they proved that that was Jesus' tomb, I wouldn't be talking to you right now. I'd be getting ready to go to church. Jesus fake, bruh. Jesus, there's no truth to Jesus. What are you talking about? The Bible is not true. Turning worlds, please. Tell me how the Bible's true. You on here saying a whole lot. You ain't provide no truth yet. It was not. How was it Jesus' tomb? Where's the proof? Just on here saying shit. I'm waiting, buddy. Where's the proof that that was Jesus' tomb? Who seen Jesus go in that tomb? Somebody took pictures. They documented it. Where's the proof that that was Jesus' tomb and Jesus was in that tomb? Where's the proof? I'm waiting for it. What disciples, dude? There's no proof from the what? First of all, prove that they existed. Prove the disciples existed. You can't prove that either. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, Tyrone, the disciples. Dude, the Bible, what are you talking about? You can grab it from the Bible. The Bible ain't proof. What are you talking about? When was the Bible proven? Please give me the date and time and the research team that proved the Bible was true. I'm waiting for that. Because to prove the Bible is true, one, you got to find the original copies, which we do not have, nor have we ever had. So to prove it's true, you have to provide me the original manuscripts for the Bible, the original. We don't have them. So nobody can ever prove that the book is true because we never had, nor will we ever have the original books. We don't have the original manuscripts. We have copies of copies. Those copies are full of errors and mistakes. They beat up. They messed up. So, okay, what's the name of the original Bible that was written in Aramaic, my friend? What's the name of it? What year was it written? Turning Worlds? Please give me the Aramaic manuscript that existed before the Septuagint Greek. I'm waiting. Dude, there's no 6th century BCE book of Daniel and fucking Ezra. We don't have no full manuscript of any books of the Bible that predates the 4th century BCE. We have fragments and shards that are highly debated, and none of them are proven to be real or true. None of them are agreed upon by all scholars. They're believed to be. So give me, where's now you're telling me we have, let me get this clear. You're telling me we have a full manuscript of Ezra and Daniel from the 6th century BCE? No, you're not saying that because I already know about all this shit. It don't exist. We have fragments and shards that is believed to be just a little teeny scribbling that's in Paleo Hebrew, which is bullshit. We don't have no real proof. So you don't have no concrete proof. You read some shit that you believe that's false. So that's not proof. What's simply not true? Okay, so again, name me the biblical manuscripts that predates the Septuagint Greek. Now, understand, if we had a Daniel and an Ezra, right, then there would be no need for Ptolemy to fucking even commission for the Septuagint to be written because we'd have had them written down. Now, one, you talk. This is how I know you don't know what you're talking about. One, you talk about the 6th century BCE. Nobody was writing down shit. It wasn't writing down nothing. It was an oral tradition that was upheld, which was the reason for Ptolemy II Philadelphus to commission the 72 Hebrew elders, because Septuagint means 70. That was the reason for him to get them to write it, which we know that's bullshit anyway, and they would have never done it in the first place. There was no written manuscript around that time. It's bullshit. If you study anything that had to do with Judaism back during that time, everybody knows. There was an oral tradition. The Bible itself is not proof. So forget all that bullshit you read in the Bible where it says, oh, Moses had them written. We can't prove Moses existed. We can't prove Moses had anybody write anything. There was no Hebrew during this time. There was no Hebrew. We don't have any manuscripts that predate the Septuagint Greek and Hebrew. It's only said to have been written in Hebrew. There's no proof. We don't get a Hebrew manuscript until the Masoretic text in the 11th century. Bro, that's something you need to read for yourself, 2 Timothy 3:16-17. Dude, you quoting Bible verses that's not true. That's not proven. I can quote you a fucking line from Spider-Man. Just the same, it's the same shit. You got no proof to back none of it up. No proof. Yeah, right? How the fuck Moses write about his own death? Excuse me. Dude, eternal worlds are waiting for your proof, bro. Waiting for your proof. Bible verses are not proof. The book itself is in question. Never been proven. Never. So you go into it for truth and proof, it has never been proven. I'm gonna save you the trouble, bro. You're not gonna find no proof if it don't exist. I've been doing this for decades, man. I looked everywhere. I've been to all those places. Every single country mentioned in the Bible, I've been there. I've been all over. I can read it in Hebrew. I can read it in Greek. I've been doing this for a long time. I know all the fucking questions you could ask, all the so-called proof you think you found. I know about it all. I've researched, I studied all that shit. Trust me, you have no idea. But no, it's you're not gonna find any proof, man. You got faith, and that's all you got. You got faith and you believe, and that's what you choose to stand on. I ain't got no problem with that. Stand on your faith, stand on your belief. Just don't come here talking about truth. You don't have any. But if you believe and you want to believe and you feel like Jesus is real and all that shit, go do you, man. Go live a good life, be blessed, treat people well, and all that good shit. But don't come here with truth and you don't got none. You got faith, you got belief. So stick with that shit. Don't be talking about, oh, this true and it's real and you don't got no proof. You have faith. You choose to believe in those books. You choose to believe in what you looked up and thought was real. You choose to believe in it, even though none of those things are backed up by any proof. It's just what you choose to believe. Ain't nothing wrong with that. You choose to believe that shit. A lot of people choose to believe in dumbass shit every day. That's what you choose to believe in. That's your prerogative. No, I don't choose to believe in man's history book. I choose to believe in truth. Truth. Plain and simple. So because you can't comprehend what truth is, you think my truth lies in a man's history book. My truth lies in truth. Your comprehension of non-facts is your truth. But when somebody comes along and question that, they can prove you wrong. When somebody comes along and questions my truth, I have the truth to back me up. But you don't have no truth. You got a book that's full of parables, that's full of fucking contradictions, allegorical stories, fairy tale shit. That's what you choose to believe in. You're a grown ass man. You choose to believe in talking snakes and donkeys. We are not the same, my friend. We are not the same. I'm not going to sit here and tell you something is true if I can't show you that it's true, if I can't back it up. If I can't back it up, I'll simply say, hey, I can't prove it, but this is what I think, which is what y'all should be doing. But y'all choose to fucking act like y'all some fucking street preacher or whatever y'all think y'all is, that y'all got all these answers, y'all have nothing but faith. I got faith and y'all have belief. That's it. I got my truth. I can go and touch what I know. I can go see what I know. I don't got to read it in the book. I can go see it. Yeah, Luis Martinez, he got blocked quickly. They come in here and then people don't even get a chance to read what they say. A lot of times I block these people before y'all see them. Like this is what people choose to do with their fucking life on a Saturday night or a Sunday morning, I should say. You want to go on live and just type in stupid shit. Man, y'all should be out at somewhere in the forest without no internet. Y'all believe in this goddamn Bible, but y'all on the fucking internet. Get the fuck out of here. If you followed that book, you wouldn't be on this damn phone or whatever you on following my shit. You should be butt naked walking around in the fucking woods somewhere, living off the land like your Bible tell you to. Well, you ain't got to be butt naked. You can fucking skin a goat or some sheep and make some clothes, some shit like that. Just make sure it's not cotton, because that's sin. But y'all got on cotton right now. Bunch of fucking hypocrites. Peace out. Who is this? Jock CA. Who are you? You on my live. Like, what's wrong with these people, man? If you don't follow the channel, why the fuck is you in the live asking questions? And you don't know what we talk about here. You don't know what we speak to. It's 107,000 subscribers, right? Over 1,000 videos. So obviously, something because people was and it's fucking what's 100 in the chat right now, probably 2,000-3,000 watching. Obviously, something going on here that you don't know about. So what the fuck you doing here if you don't know? And then you asking questions like why are you here? People fucking stupid. Oh, you don't have the truth. Oh yeah, because you called me out. Now I got to say something to rebut what you just said about me, dude. Go block yourself, man. You got like 5 seconds left. 5 seconds left before you're gonna be in somebody else live. Like, see ya, fucking losers, man. See ya. Now what? Now you just listening. You can't type that no more. So what's the fucking point of coming here talking all that dumb shit? Go hop on your other fucking page and come back on here now. Be respectful. Fucking people crazy. Right? That's what they do, man. Like it's so funny and frustrating at the same time. But man, I'm gonna tell y'all, man. Like this on here is fucking it's just so crazy. But imagine having this conversation face to face with somebody. I've done it so many times, man. Or on the phone when you actually talk to somebody. I've done it so many times. Like I'm the person everybody in my family comes and gets. A lot of my friends, I can't tell you. I could go on my phone and show you a bunch of text messages. Like I can't tell you how many family and friends hit me up or send me a fucking message that, oh, I got somebody that believes in God and they want to debate you. Like it happens all the time. It happens all the time. And then I'm on the phone with these people, and then all I do, like, it's just a couple simple questions, and you can get to the bottom of it. But again, you already know how it's going to go. You know how it's going to end. So it's just like it's frustrating. But a lot of people don't realize that they're operating off faith and belief, and not actual facts. So when they talk about, oh, this is true because of this, there's no proof to it. Like we all know how this shit goes. It's just a waste of time. But I like to give these people their little 15 minutes sometimes, just so you guys can see what I be talking about. Because I know you guys know, but I do a lot of videos when I'm talking about Christianity. And I'm always talking about what people believe in. People always ask me, why do I do this? Because of this shit right here. You understand? Because of this ideology, this type of thinking. This is why there's no fucking black unity. That's why we can't get nowhere. Because you got people that choose to believe in fairy tales, grown ass men and women that choose to believe in fairy tales than to do actual research. How we can't use these people? They waiting to die. These people waiting for the fucking world to end. They think fucking the sky going apart and Jesus coming. That's what they waiting on. They don't want no progression. They ain't trying to go consciously. They waiting to die. They went to fucking fire and brimstone come raining the fuck down. If that shit actually happened, they were the first people screaming. It's crazy, but this is what we go through. Yeah, the face to face conversations usually go a lot better because I got my phone and my phone is like full of proof. So usually, if I'm having a face to face or a text conversation through text with somebody, it's a lot easier to do this shit because I have a lot of pictures and a lot of stuff to prove my point. But on here, it's just talk, and I say what I know. It's not, it don't have the same effect, but if you can comprehend, then you can get it. A lot of these people can't comprehend. That's the problem. All right, turning worlds. I'm waiting for your proof before you get blocked, bruh. You still here talking? You believe Moses part the sea? I should block you just for that. That's just fucking nonsense. You know what I'm saying? Believe Moses parted the sea. Fucking weirdos, man. Dude probably got like 90 pages. He on here probably fucking all day thinking he gonna save somebody. Like I said, if I said I believe in God tomorrow, the fuck is that gonna change? Anubis, right? I hear you. No, this is crazy. Like, yeah, when I'm put like, what's next? I believe Moses parted the sea. Okay, and how is that gonna help me believe what you believe? I'd be like, yeah. Did you see him do it? Because if you ain't see him do it, and videotape that shit, I can't believe it. Sounds impossible to me. Sound like Moses might have been a demon. God gave him the power to do all that shit, part the sea and all that, but didn't just give them the land that he fucking told them to go kill all the people and take, turning staff into snake, causing a plague, all this super powerful shit. But they eating their own babies. Yeah, Moses was pissed at the fucking Israel. When you actually read, Moses was fucking pissed. He was mad at them because they was fucking stupid. And it's like what you got to understand. Like I broke down in what's that Saturn Satan final? Yeah, I broke that down in Saturn Satan final. You got to remember that when God told Moses and Aaron to go, and he was just supposed to go there and fucking strike the fucking rock and let water come out. Instead of doing all that shit, he fucking called these people ungrateful and all this shit. He cussed them out first. Like throughout that whole fucking Exodus, these people doing the dumbest shit ever. And Moses is like, I'm tired. You know what the fuck I went through to fucking get y'all out of here, and this is how y'all treat y'all seen the fucking power of fucking God. I parted the sea. We walked through that motherfucker, and y'all bitching, complaining, and we got fucking the power of God with us, and y'all still bitching and complaining. Of course I'd be frustrated. That's I broke that down and said, if you ain't seen Saturn Satan Final, you fucking sleeping, man. I broke all that shit down in there. So again, you got to understand all metaphorical of what really happened. Who was the people of the Exodus? So if the Hebrew is supposed to be black and they're exiting Egypt, What was going on in real biblical and not biblical and real history? Who was exiting Egypt, getting indoctrinated? Because the Israelites were getting indoctrinated. Were they Hebrews? Were there believers, or let's say Jews, or believers of the Jewish faith when they came out of Egypt? No. What was Moses doing? He was indoctrinating them, right? They weren't believing in that shit. They was fighting it every step of the fucking way. What they kept doing, what the Israelites kept doing, going back and worshiping other gods, right? Who was the gods they was worshiping? Saturn, right? El, what the Egyptians was worshiping. Same thing. It's all metaphorical. The Exodus story is giving you the people who were taken out of Egypt, indoctrinated, and sent to spread the fucking Judaism. I broke all that shit down in Saturday Satan Final. It's deep as shit when you get into it. They're giving you the story right there of what actually happened when you understand. Those people were indoctrinated. They fought it. Just like in real life, the fucking Africans or the Egyptians fought the teachings. But eventually, you had people who went out and spread the word. It's not a coincidence that they were spread out, and then you have these other, the Africans being spread out and teaching. But if you've seen Saturn and Satan Foundry, you understand what I'm talking about. I am Maximus. Goodbye. You are the weakest link. Yo, hello world, you funny as shit. You have a again. Get off the island. Living the Lord is wrong. I don't want to be right. And that's how they feel too. Living the Lord is wrong. I don't want to be. Just think about that mindset. To put something out there as the popular way of thinking is fucking crazy like that. And that's what these fucking preachers did. You know, don't fucking question the Bible. Question yourself. Yo, they real crafty with that shit, man. They real crafty. Your thinking and comprehension and your common sense is a sin. It's going to get you in the lake of fire because you have a brain. God gave you comprehension and He gave you the ability to think and formulate opinions and ideas and thoughts. And because you choose to utilize those things, you're going to burn. Moses is the ram. Moses represents Ares, the god of war. Because with Moses, what was they doing? They was going out fucking killing and conquering war. Anubis, they wanted people to watch it. That's why. People tired of that fucking controversy. It's already proven. It's proven 100% already. Like anybody who does any type of real research already know the ancient Egyptians was black. The dynastic Egyptians was black. You don't get white Egyptians until conquest, right? Right? Until the Greeks came in. Even when the Persians came in, the Persians is Persian. You don't get white conquest until the Greeks took it from the Persians. So what is that? 4th century BCE. Alexander died 323. Then you get the Ptolemy rule. You get the Seleucid Empire. You get a whole lot of shit, but it's not white until then. So I always give them that point. I say you're absolutely right. Of course, ancient Egyptians was white after the Roman rule. I mean, after Greek and Roman rule, that's when it was white, not before then. Because if that's the case, then what's the name of the people who they conquered? Like, why is everything about Egypt and all the fucking sayings is black, means black? Africa itself, black. Africa used to be called Ethiopia. The fucking Greeks called it that themselves, and everything that it's supposed to mean meant black. There's so many names and terms from different people from all over there. When they talk about Africa, the translation means black. Third eye perception. What's the deal? We just had a bunch of Christians in the room. Yeah, it's unfortunate, man. Like it's just I don't understand why people don't fucking take the time. They take the time to come on here and talk about some shit that they didn't research. That's faith. They think God is gonna fucking give them the fucking knowledge to debate, and they come in here and get stumped, and they keep repeating the same shit. He never answered the question. He never provided any proof. This dude went to the Bible and gave Bible verses as if the Bible was true. This is what they do. But a lot of them believe it's true. Again, a lot of them can't comprehend what we're saying, and it's only until the ones that can be real with themselves. It's only until they fucking have somebody like us put it to them in this way that they really start to think, and it opens up their mind. That's one of the reasons why I do debate with these people a little bit to get that, just to put enough into their brain. Because when they get by themselves and they're alone, they're alone. They're alone with their thoughts, and that shit creeps up into their consciousness, and they're going to start to act different. It's like, you start changing your whole perception after a while. You're like, well, you know what? I don't really believe in this shit anyway. Let me go ahead and finish sinning. Or hopefully, it makes you dig deeper and actually look. Everybody ain't cut from that cloth, man. Like for me, when I started seeing, like I was so fucking pissed. When I started seeing the truth, I was so fucking mad. It made me want to go look. Because I'm like, oh, I know goddamn well this shit is not no bullshit. And then you got to think about everything that is backed by. See, like I said, that's what keep these people going. The movies, the Pope, everything that Christianity is backed by. That's what keep these people going. They see all that shit, and it keep them believing that it's real. And it's like, of course it's real. And I got fucking Denzel Washington, and I got the Pope, and I got fucking every rapper that come up and think Jesus and wear Jesus piece. That's who they believe they got backing them when they say this shit. Yeah, Turning World, you definitely gonna have a lot of questions. Hopefully, because a lot of these people don't question their preacher at all. They just let them talk. Just go in there and say, Pastor, why did God let the Israelites eat their babies? Say it in a Ralph Wiggum voice. Shout out South Africa. What's the deal? Yeah, like I don't listen, man. I came across so many Christians who, at the end of the day, they'll say, "I just choose to believe. I don't have any truth. I don't have any proof. I just feel in my heart that it's true, and I choose to believe in it. It's helped me in my life, and I'm not knocking nobody who don't believe, and I'm not saying what I believe is truth. It's just what I choose to believe. I say, go right on, brother. Keep on believing. Plain as if that's what you believe in, keep on believing. I'd rather you do that than jump in here and be like, this is true, this is true, this is true, when you can't prove it. If you choose to believe in something, you choose to believe it. You choose to believe. You got every fucking right in the world to choose to believe in something, and you got to deal with that. That's what you got. You got to deal with that. But if you choose to believe in something, and you choose to be outspoken about it and speak on it, and then to even say you believe in all this other shit, then you should be following what you say you believe in. And clearly, these people are not. Even the ones who come up and say, "Well, I choose to believe, and it helped me in my life," they ain't fucking following that Bible. They're not living by that shit. The blessings that they have because of their own hard work. Plain and simple, because what they did, not because they believe. They just attributing their accomplishments to their belief and their faith instead of giving it to their hard work, which is what a lot of Christians do. Bust they ass, call a million fucking jobs, go on 20,000 interviews, then get the job and say, "Thank Jesus." Billy Carson. Oh gosh, we're all pantheists. Yeah, I can go for that a little bit. It's like I said, man. Like at the core of it all, to me, like people, I don't like to be called anything. Don't call me a freaking atheist. Don't call me a Christian. Don't call me anything. Just call me a person who chooses to accept the truth and to follow truth. That's it. That's it. That's me. The thing is, one, like a lot of people have these titles and ideologies and belief systems or what have you, and clearly these people ain't doing any research. They're not looking into anything, and that's the problem. They're looking into what feeds their belief and what they choose to believe in instead of looking for the truth. That's what I used to do when I was researching the Bible. I go look to preachers and go look to religious scholars, for the truth. And there, of course, I'm reading fucking tons and tons of fucking research and tons of fucking words, and all of it is geared towards, of course, the Bible to be proven true. There's no criticism. There's nothing critical. There's no real, thought into it. And I always tell you guys when you're doing a research, always look for the criticisms. You can actually Google criticisms of certain books and see what scholars said what and does it add up. That's my whole thing. Don't believe everything you read. It's math. Research is math. That shit has to add up, man. You got to do. You can't just say, "Oh, this guy said one thing, this guy said the other thing." You got to dig deeper, and then you come to the conclusion that makes the most sense to you. But it has to be backed by something. So you believe this because of this. So if you can say, "Hey, I don't believe that the Bible is real because we never had the original books of the Bible," that should be enough right there. That should be enough for any logical person, Christian or what have you, to say, "You know what? I can understand that and keep it moving." Not to say, "Oh, you're going to hell, you're going to burn." That's fucking simple logic, dude. We don't have the original books of the Bible. There's no proof that we ever had them. Then what we have manuscripts that are copies of copies. Then we have proof that one, a lot of the stuff was added in these copies and stuff was taken away. We know that because the older copies don't have or have certain things that's not in the later copies. So again, when you look at how the Bible was put together with the whole canon, and them taking. Remember, it was over 500 manuscripts, right? 500 books that was considered to be, books worthy of going into the canon, right? And then I broke down, Bishop Sabinus and everything that happened before the Council of Nicaea, when they put the books on a table, and excuse me, they put the books under the table, and then they left the room and said, when we come back in the morning, whatever books are on the table are going to be the books that goes into the canon, that goes to the Bible. So I broke that whole thing down. So one, you have that. But then you have the fact that when you start doing the research into what we do have, there's no proof. None of these biblical stories can be proven. Excuse me. And then a lot of them are taken and scrambled up from actual historical things. I broke down Tyre, the siege of Tyre, and Alexander. And then we know in the Bible when it's talking about Tyre and what happened. But the real story we know they got from Alexander and the causeway that's built there still to this day, leading to that island. So we know where they stole stories. We can prove that. We know where they changed things. All that's proven. It's just so much when you actually do the research to show you. Any other book that has this many problems and issues, people are not going to believe the book. But for the Bible, because it's backed up by so much shit, people choose to believe it. Hey, it's Cloud. What's the deal, my brother? Just got on. Okay, yeah, we been on here, man. What is going on? Going on 2 hours almost. We had a bunch of Christians hop in there. They told me they was coming though. They warned me, but they ain't come with nothing. Same old shit, different day. I'm still waiting for the Hebrews to come to show up. Yeah, of course, Anubis. They don't got no response for that. When that's documented one, and the physical proof is actually there that we know they stole the story. But then when you go even deeper into it, we know what Nebuchadnezzar was representing, and it just happened to be those actual nations that came up against Tyre. So that's what it's talking about. It's giving you that history, but it's all metaphorical to point you in a certain direction. You got to understand, like one, the Bible. Of course, I tell you guys all the time, the Bible is not a bad book. It's the greatest book ever, hands down. They give you everything in there, but it's all coded. You got to understand what it's talking about. You're not supposed to be be believing in some Jesus or Moses or what have you. All that shit is allegorical, metaphorical to point you in the right direction, and it's pointing you there. You just got to read the book. You got to follow it. We're gonna get into this in Merkabah Scholar Society, as I said. We're gonna really get into all that deeper shit and what it's pointing to. So yeah, I know a lot of people had questions. I got a lot of emails yesterday, but I didn't have time to answer it all. So for anybody who has not joined, the link is in the description still, and the price is still the same. So, of course, again, it's going to go up. But yeah, no, I got so many fucking emails, man. And I said if I get a lot of emails, then I'll leave it the same. And I got a lot of emails from a lot of Never Pay Again members. I sent all you guys emails, but I sent it before a minute ago. I've been sent the email, as I said. I don't know how a lot of people did not get it, but apparently a lot of people didn't get the email. So I sent it out again. So and that price went up. So it's up to you guys. Listen, it's the first, man. September the 9th coming. So like all this stuff is going out. So the NDAs, like I said, all you guys will be then had your NDAs and had a chance to sign it. You'll all get that before the 9th. I think everybody will have it by the 7th. Everybody should have theirs by then. So everybody who paid, again, make sure you go to. Well, you'll get the link when you get the email. So you'll have it. You'll just follow the instructions when you get the email. I'm going to once all because I'm going to cut everything off. Everything's going to stop. So again, you have a chance to get in now. But when I start sending out these NDAs, the last one, that's it. It's going to be cut off. Your chance is going to be up. You won't get another chance. You have to get voted in. It's going to be $500. So they got a chance now to get in now. You got fucking about a week. You don't have much time. So the 9th is our first meeting. So you have a short amount of time. I don't want to hear no boo hooing because everybody always bitch and complain after that. Price is not going to get lowered again. I'm telling you, it's not. That's going to be it. So I got emails from people saying I'll wait till it turns 399. It's not going to happen this time. It's just completely different. So you got a shot now. After this, that's it. That's it. Like and again, keep in mind, there's only a certain amount of people I want in this thing. So we hit that number, that's a wrap anyway. We're getting close to it. So I suggest you get in there now. So like yeah, like everything gonna start coming out this week. You start seeing all the shit that's it's gonna start coming out this week. I just gave you all a little preview of some of the promo, but it's gonna start coming out all this week. You're gonna be seeing shit from me. I've been working on this stuff for a minute. So it's gonna be too late at a time. It's gonna be too late. It's gonna be too late, and that's gonna be it. Because once I can't keep sending out the NDAs because everything has to be done for before we get into the first meeting. I can't do all that then. I got to get all these NDAs. I got to approve everything, and I got to send out emails. So it's a lot that I got to do still. So again, you got a short amount of time to get in if you didn't already get in. That was the Anubis. That was the email sent out to Never Pay Again members before. So again, as I said, everybody that's on here, all you got to do is email me Merkabah9, and you'll have a chance. You won't have a chance to get in that third. That's done. That link should not work anymore. Uh, Probably I think it's in another hour or so. Matter of fact, pretty soon if it's not working already, it's not working already. But you guys gonna have a shot. Just email me Merkabah9. Send me your handle on here so I can know who you are. Because if you're not on here and you ain't been on here, I know all the names. If you ain't been on here, then I'm not giving you a shot. You have a shot to get it at 89.99. But if I don't know who you are, then I'm not giving it to you. I won't send a link. So only those people will have a shot, and you only have a shot for a short amount of time. So that'll be once the cutoff point happens, which is probably going to be like on the 6th, and then you'll have from then up until probably like the 8th, because I want everybody in and everything done before then, because I don't got time. Because it's you'll understand once you get the email. So it's stuff that has to happen first. So yeah, but yeah, everybody who got those emails, MPA members, take advantage of that. Your time is going to be up on that today, I think. Hello World. That was when I first announced it, but a lot of people didn't get the email. But that's over. That sale that's done. A lot of MPA members didn't get the email. I don't have no control over that. That's what I was saying the day before yesterday when I was saying I sent out all MPA members the email, but a lot of people didn't get it for whatever reason. I sent it out again. So I don't have no control over anybody who did not see the email or did not get it. I sent them out multiple times. So I was trying to look out for the MPA members first before I put it out. But again, I don't have no control over who gets emails or who sees emails. All I can do is send them out. Now since I've been on here, my tight email has been popping up. So whenever anybody opens the email, I can see it. So it's a bunch of people who's opened this email and they haven't taken advantage of it. So again, if you're watching and you opened that email and you didn't take advantage of it, don't complain later on. That's all I got to say. Don't complain later on. When like I said, when they see what's coming, then everybody's it's gonna be too late. And I'm doing this for a reason. That's how you find out who's who. I'm doing this for a reason. So you'll see once everything jump off this week and everything is gonna be coming out. Hey, don't get mad at me. Like I said, I'm putting a lot more time into this than anything else, and it's going to be definitely worth it. Lamon, you good? Don't worry about it. You'll be getting that email soon. It's Isaiah. I don't want to say your name wrong, but if you don't know what we're talking about, don't worry about it. It ain't for you if you don't know already. Anubis, you already know you good, bro. Don't even worry about it. You're already in. The ninth is coming quick. I'm gonna start seeing those promos and seeing everything change on the site. So you'll see, like I said, this next week is gonna be super busy. Excuse me. Golden Child, what's the deal? Let's see, letter each post. Oh yeah, nobody really knows what's in those letters. That's a big controversial thing. The letters that the Pope passed down. Now they did a couple of times give examples of those letters, and the one example was like some kind words and some information, but not like what we think it would be as far as passing down that information. One, I don't man that the whole papacy shit. Like, come on, man, it's the biggest fraud before the world that happened. Who the fuck? Okay, we're waiting for some white smoke. What is that white smoke supposed to represent? Like it's crazy. How do you pick a pope, right? How do people choose to believe in this pope? A pope that says he has more power on earth than Jesus, that he's more powerful than Jesus. That's because you know Jesus ain't real. You understand Christianity? Christianity worships the woman. It worships the pussy. Just that simple. Pay attention. I showed you guys, forget which video that is, uh, the temples that's near the Vatican, that's near a bunch of religious sites, that's like sex temples, all dedicated to sex. So when you really start getting into, which we'll get into Catholicism, I can't really put those videos out on YouTube anyway. But once we start getting into the deeper part of Catholicism, I mean, it's deep. We're gonna get into this in Merkabah Scholar Society because it's deep because it goes back to power, goes back to energy. Because you gotta understand what that worship is. You guys seen the what is that movie called? The Da Vinci Code. Remember Da Vinci Code with the Priory of Sion and everything like that? Remember how she came home and she saw them doing those rituals, those the sex ritual? That's Catholicism. That's it right there. They gave it to you in one scene. So when I break this shit down, you understand why they first of all why they put that scene in there and how it's pretend because that's some of the deepest shit ever. And that Da Vinci Code with her first of all her name being Sophie, they get into Gnosticism, so it's deep shit, man. We're gonna get into all that, but that's all Catholicism is. Catholicism is worship of the pussy. That's it, and it's all broken down. That's why you guys ever see that Mary photo with the and when you look closely, it's like a vagina. Like that's the hint right there. It's given to you. That's all it is. So when you start breaking down and get into certain things, that's why it's more Mary worship than anything else. Do you understand what it is? So it's the worship of the woman, worship of the vagina, worship of that birth, and the power is in Mary. Understanding, the power is in the woman. It's deep shit, but we'll get into all that. Kevin, if you listen, if you guys didn't get a refund, you're already in. You're good to go. So no worries. You're just waiting on the email. So if you didn't get a refund by this time, and if you didn't pay today, because if you pay today, then tomorrow you're gonna get a refund if you ain't getting in. So if you pay before today, then you're good. But some of you tomorrow will be getting refunds. So that means you ain't in, and I don't give reasons why. It just is what it is. I go by what I feel. Exactly, Golden Child. Oh, they know everything. The Pope is giving you all of it. I broke that down. The Pope is giving you everything. He's giving you the sun. He's giving you the pine cone, the pineal gland. They give you all. They gave you the black Madonna. They're telling you right there. You understand? They're telling you right there. But the thing is, that's what they showing to anybody that knows. If you don't know, if you don't have the knowledge of any of this shit, it's just some weird ass statue. It's just some shit. So to these Christians, to these Catholics who don't know anything, it's just what it is. But to us who are conscious, who understand, we can see that shit. Understand? We can see what it is. They don't know though. They just go in there to, because they scared. I'm not gonna go get no booth and tell some fucking man my sins. You kidding me? For what? Well, NASA tells you that the photos of the Earth are composite shots, and they can't confirm or deny that that is the actual shape of the Earth or it looks the way that it looks online and on TV. But we are led to believe that that's what it looks like. There are composites. So that basically is a way for them to neither confirm or deny what they're showing us. It's a composite shot. We don't have no control over how it looks. It looks the way it looks. But this is the shot that we can give you. Because supposedly, the world, it's the world. It's so big, we can't get back further enough to get a shot. But they've done that before, right? Supposedly. And I showed you guys in the flat earth video of them faking it. It's like I said before, man, it's so crazy how the internet fucks up everything. Because right there, I've given you guys that's real footage. That's real footage that was released through the Freedom of Information Act. It's real. It's not no doctored shit. The woman that's talking is it's real shit. So I showed you guys where they put the fucking cutout in the window on the fucking space shuttle to make it seem as if they was further away from the planet when it was up close. Because you got to think about it. If you're trying to get a shot, I showed you guys. I broke this whole thing down. Matter of fact, I think I was in this very same parking lot. If you're trying to get a shot of something that's so big, you got to get back far. So here's a car. Like you can't see the whole car. I got to get back for you to see the whole car. But if you can't go back further enough because, it could be a firmament or dome or whatever the fuck it is, if you can't go back farther enough to get a shot because the earth is so fucking big, bigger than what they're telling us, then all you can do is get that close up shot. And then you put some fucking CGI bullshit or whatever you put in there to make it seem as if you far away. That's proven already. I put that in the video. So again, like I said, the reason why I came to my conclusion at the end of the flat Earth video, that's one of the reasons why. And then you got to read. The motherfuckers don't read for shit. If you read some of the testimonial of some of the astronauts, I broke down in one video where he said, "Oh, we couldn't go out further enough." I mean, game over, man. Game over. He said we couldn't go out further enough. And then you have also NASA admitting that we can't get through the Van Allen radiation belts. We can't get through the Van. Like what the fuck? What do you mean we can't get through the Van Allen radiation belts today? We did it in the '60s. How come we can't do it today? What's the difference? Oh, we'll come up with it. Said in the fucking commercial. Someday we'll have the technology to get through the Van Allen radiation belts. Why the fuck you do it in the '60s? How did you do it in the '60s? What happened then? You went to the moon. And don't get me into the fucking explanation. It's so stupid. Deep shit. Tavarte, what's the deal? Definitely know that name. Wu Saba. That sounds so familiar, but I don't recall it right now. Yeah, I look for pilots explaining flat Earth. I did a whole video on flat Earth theory, and I agree with fucking a bunch of the shit that they said. Like I didn't come on here saying I don't agree with them. There's more proof for flat Earth than for round Earth. It just is what it is. But people look up and see a globe, and they think we're on something that's a globe. But it's more proof that you take the globe and smush it down, what we call Earth. That's how it seemingly is. Talked about that when I flew from Sweden into New York, but we came from Canada, which don't make sense. So Zeke, like, know what the fuck you talk about before you say you're insanely wrong. You don't know what the fuck you talk about. The fuck? Yeah, it's the middle of the night and you in my live. You stay the fuck off drugs, dickhead. That'll be your last words. Go to somebody else live, dickhead. Peace. Now you gotta listen to me talk about your dumb ass. People crazy. Come on here just talking shit, don't even know where they at. Yeah, I talked about dreams in the last live. The dream world. Like the dream world is the dream world. A lot of y'all gonna go to sleep after this, and you're gonna be where you don't even realize you are, consciously. So the dream world is deep, and that's like a far like it's like we're gonna get into that a lot again in Merkabah Scholar Society because I always tell you guys how that's real existence. This is the dream. This is the bullshit. Hard to believe, hard to accept because we physically here. But you got to remember, we are fucking energies inside of a body, just like you're a body inside of a car. The car isn't you, but you're an extension of the car. Excuse me. Or the car is an extension of you. Either way, same thing. We're really our soul. The body is an extension of that soul. This body allows us to interact with this physical world. When you go to sleep, that is really you. But the problem is God or your your subconscious is blocking you from everything because it's been programmed to do that. And you have no way to fight against it in this programmed body, this programmed mind of yours. It takes a whole shitload of meditation and getting things right. But you got to do it consciously. You can't see the subconscious or understand the subconscious unless you can do so consciously. Consciously, that consciousness is Jesus. That's what Jesus represents. You and your conscious self. You can't go to the Father or your subconsciousness, but being, without Him. Basically saying without being conscious. So you got to do so consciously. How the fuck do you do that? Oh, that's a lot. Takes a lot. But it's so profound and deep, man. And it's crazy because when you start reading Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, and comparing the stories as I talked about, which we're going to do also in the Scholar Society, you understand like it's a plight. Jesus is fucking trying to desperately tell you something, and you don't really realize it until you read the story of him and Nicodemus when he's breaking it down to Nicodemus. He's almost frustrated, but you got to really read, and then we got to trace some of these words back and do some etymology for you to understand like how they coded all this shit. But it's so dope and so deep when you understand. And like it sucks. I hate fucking telling people Jesus don't exist, but it's like Jesus is so dope when you understand the real teachings, especially when you understand it's a part of you and is what you're trying to tell yourself, basically. It's deep shit. Deep shit. So um what I say, total recall, I used that analogy before. You know what I'm saying? Him, he basically was he saw the truth, but he was in his body, but with a different consciousness. And then once he seen the truth, he didn't want to go back to his old self. But his old self was trying to wake him up so he can get back in his body to continue to live. But when he saw the truth, he was like, "Man, the hell we're going back to the old ways. I know the truth now. I don't want that consciousness no more. That douchebag." See you at the party, Victor. That's the funniest part in the movie. Oh man. Oh yeah, when his eyes pop out at the end, I was fucking dying. That's crazy. But yeah, it's so much deep shit, man. It's a lot to get into, man. So much shit. But we're gonna definitely get into it. Where we at? My phone about to die, so I have to get off here soon. But yeah, I got some work to do before I get some sleep. Again, make sure you guys, if you didn't get Merkabah Scholar Society, get in there before it's too late. This is it. You got about a week, and that's a wrap. Get in there, grab it, get it out the way. I'll be back on here tomorrow. You guys going to see some updates popping up soon, and we'll get into some stuff tomorrow if I have time. But I'm pretty sure I probably should have time tomorrow night. But we'll be back on here. What else? I'm pretty sure I meant to talk about something. I know I forgot about it, but we'll get into it. But I want to really get into what's going to be coming up for Merkabah Scholar Society. We'll get into that tomorrow. You guys will start getting those NDAs. As I said, everybody will have their email and NDA. You'll all have it taken care of before the night. Plain and simple. Everybody have their shit to be out the way, and we'll get into this whole thing, and then I'll break down how this is going to go. And you guys will receive an email on that. Oh yeah, somebody asked questions. Will there be videos for Merkabah Scholar? There will definitely be videos specifically only for Merkabah Scholar Society. Understand? And I have to do it this way because it's just we're going to get into a lot of lectures, of course, but there's still going to be videos for you guys to watch because of how I have to put information that's going to be almost impossible to do on the fly. One, but to do without a bunch of fucking TVs and shit everywhere. So there, you guys will have homework. You guys will have certain videos that you got to watch. They'll be specifically for you guys. Again, you'll know the NDA. You can't share those videos. You got to watch those videos on your own. And if somebody asked about that, somebody asked about, oh yeah, the clothes and everything like that. We'll get into all that stuff. But yeah, a lot of cool shit going on. The first meeting gonna be super dope. And yeah, we'll get into all that. But yeah, I got to get out of here because the phone about to die and I got to get some work done and some sleep. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace, or later today. Peace.